At least 5 people have been killed and dozens injured after police opened fire on protesters in Kenya's capital, Nairobi. The rally against a controversial tax increase saw protesters storm Kenya's parliament and set parts of it on fire. Police opened fire when tear gas and water cannons failed to disperse the crowd.
OK, let's get more on that story in Kenya. Reporter Rani Hayman has been following all the developments there. Rani, can you just explain a bit more about what exactly has sparked all that violence?
Good morning, Emma. Well, this is all around what the Parliament is calling Finance Bill 2024, and Kenya, just like other countries around the world, has been going through a cost of living crisis, particularly hitting the young people in the country really hard. And with this new bill, which just passed through Parliament today, it was proposing taxes on things like cooking oil, sanitary napkins for women, nappies for babies, things that were essential items for people in this country and really in countries around the world. And that has sparked protests and anger throughout the country, with protests all over the country and particularly in the capital, Nairobi, with thousands of protesters storming Parliament, and some of those have resulted in deaths. Now, police opened fire on protesters as they stormed Parliament. Some of them got inside Parliament, and it's reported that MPs went downstairs into the basement in order to hide from these protesters. This all started off as peaceful protests. It's been going on for more than a week now in anticipation for this bill to go through Parliament, but it has turned violent and it has resulted in deaths and a number of injuries. And an unexpected casualty in the capital city of Nairobi is the former US President Barack Obama's half-sister Auma Obama. She was tear-gassed. Here's what she told CNN.
These young people need a future. They have no jobs. Over 50% of our population who are under 35 have no jobs. We cannot start taxing them when they have no jobs. We're taxing the jobless and we're telling them to take a loan. And then when they start working, they're indebted. It is not right. That is why I'm here.
Rani, some pretty extraordinary pictures there. What's been the response from the government?
Absolutely. Well, the president of Kenya has come out, William Ruto, and he said that he is describing this as a national security emergency. He said that he believes that criminals have overtaken these protests and demonstrations, and he said that he will be deploying the military to handle what is currently going on inside the country. There are protests not only in Nairobi, not only around Parliament, but also in his hometown. So he is saying that he is vowing rather that he will come back against these protesters, these people in this country who are calling for this bill not to take effect. We've also heard from the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, who is calling for calm and peace in the country, and also the White House, who is calling for the same thing. This is a situation that is escalating very, very quickly, and there are, reports from protesters that they are arguing that there is a lack of transparency around how money in this country is spent. They say that there is corruption within the country. When this President, William Ruto, was elected in 2022, he vowed to stamp out corruption within the country and he pledged to get the country's economy under control. And this, some protesters say, contradicts that. He argues that in order to get a handle on the country's debt of more than $120 billion, these taxes are needed. So this is something that will continue on, no doubt, over the coming hours and coming days, with protesters not looking like they will be giving up their fight for their voices to be heard.
Rani Hayman, thanks for following developments for us.